first, I just want to make a disclaimer that honestly, I do not celebrate Christmas. It's not one of my priority, but it is a priority to let an impact be known in our community, and also to Sheriff Villanueva and the sheriffs that work underneath him, that we have a loss in our families. For the people in the communities, we're lost, our loved ones, we can't get them back. And basically what we want is, we want accountability, and he won't give us that. We want the names of the deputies who killed our loved ones. And so that's basically why I'm here. That's why I protest. That's why I cry, I scream. I'm community activists trying to get results for people, not only my family, but other people who've been affected by police brutality. So I'm here today just to let him feel uncomfortable the way we felt uncomfortable, and then also let it be shown that it's a peaceful way to get results rather than resorting to violence.
Let me ask you this. Alex Villanueva actually campaigned as a leftist reformer. He campaigned as a Bernie crowd, a Bernie Sanders supporter. He acknowledged the existence of gangs, all of this stuff. And now it seems like he's not acknowledging any of that stuff. He's kind of turning a blind eye to it. How does that make you feel? Do you almost think that that's worse than the white supremacist that came before him, or do you also see him as a white supremacist that was lying while he was running for office? What do you know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I could talk about that one for a while. So yes, I do believe that he already had those principles and those beliefs a little bit, but once he joined into and got deep into it, like any other gang or group or cult, once you're in and you can't get out. So he did have some of those beliefs going in, just wanting to be a part of. And I believe that's where some of the name calling of one of his used to be comrades came in, where people won't fall in and play that cultural, because we're all together, we're going to do this. Same thing that cultures in the police department, we're going to cover each other's lives up. And so I believe he might have had a good soul, but it's been tainted because he has to keep the secrets and the lies within. So I think it's a combination of things.
I think that's fair. One of the things that they recently did is they made it a policy where these guys can now cover up their badges, which is egregious as fuck as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
What do you think of that?
I think it's disgusting, and I think it's not right. They want transparency from us at all times, and the police have gangs within the police departments. And I also heard that a gentleman, I wouldn't know if he's a gentleman, but that's just the way my mom raised me. He had the gang emblem onto his uniform, and it was woven in like, this is who I am, because that was his gang, and he wanted to represent his gang because he's in the sheriff's, and this is what I did, oh look at me. So I think a lot of things. So yeah, it's also about money. It's about money, power, and politics, but then also it's about that camaraderie of being able to do what we do. I'm the baby of 12, so I know about it. That's why I'm speaking about it. And I'm not going to tell on my brother. I'm not going to tell on my brother so my mom and my dad can whoop him. But if mom and dad finds out and they whoop him, then oh well. And if we all have to get it, then we all have to get it. And we'll all get that whooping, and we won't say anything. But this is different. We're talking about people dying. People's lives are being taken, and there's no accountability.
Yeah, it almost seems to me, this is just my opinion at this point, it almost seems to me that he has zero control over the department. Even if he wanted to be a reformer, he doesn't have the balls to be the reformer. He doesn't have the capacity to do what needs to be done. My personal belief at this point is I don't think the sheriff's department can be reformed. I think they're beyond reform. I think they just need to be just eliminated. Do you think that's an extreme position, or would you agree?
I do. I think that's extreme, because we do need the police for certain duties, and I do believe there are good police officers.
Hang on, let me clarify. I do think what I'm saying is get rid of the sheriff's department, but have local police departments instead. Like
yes, absolutely. Because we have situations where people get into domestic situations with their lovers, and banks are being robbed. So we do need some type of control. But if we have an oversight committee that's from our communities, handpicked from our communities, nominated, then we have control over what they do. And it's not as if we want to, we just want democracy. It's not that we want to penalize everyone. We just want transparency, and we want what's fair for the people who have passed away. And where the record stands, only one person has gone to prison for killing someone. And we want the transparency. We want the names of the deputies who killed them. We won't have any problems with Villanueva at that point. Our attention and our energies will go somewhere else to seek justice for those. So if he doesn't want us at his door, he doesn't want us in front of the sheriff department, there's going to have to be some changes, and we won't stop. That's why the Los Angeles Coroner Department has stepped up and started saying, you know what, I know that this isn't right. When I examine these bodies, they're shot from the back. And so now it's becoming so, the evidence is so preponderous that it's oozing over the place. And no, Villanueva can't control it. And he doesn't have the savviness to do it. And I hate to compare him with Donald Trump, but same thing as Trump. They want the position, but they don't have the gravity to hold it.
Let me just say, do you have any final words that you would like to, you want to share?
Just thank you to the good officers, the officers that don't participate in this. But I'm asking for them also to find covert ways to also help us. If you are an officer and you're a sheriff and you know that this isn't right and you have to be a part of that bound of silence, you can find creative ways to help us. Throw us a lifeline. If you have a heart, throw us a lifeline. Give us the names of the ones who killed our loved ones, and then we can sleep at night and we won't keep doing these crazy things. So that's pretty much, you know, it in a nutshell. I have lost all faith in the department. They don't look out for us. We're looking for Gaston to do something great. That's all I'm saying. We're looking for it. I'm not really convinced with our meeting where he says he can't open up all the cases. There's over 700 cases and it was only like 40 of us who showed up. And for him to tell us that I can't look into all the cases, that's a slap in the face. So we want to see something happen. He wanted the job, he got the job, so now do the job, dude. That's all I got to say. No one likes to look as if they don't know the answer, but in this situation they do. They know the answers. And once he knows that he gives us the police officers' names, that we're going to pursue them, and that's only right. It's only right. So why not?
Yeah, he needs to be compelled to release his names. It's absolutely insane that he hasn't done that. That to me is a travesty of justice beyond compare. Especially when he's arguing that he's for transparency.
No, he's not.
He's not. He's absolutely not. And I could go on for days on this too. Anyway.